hospital today because of the nasal sprays. I've explained that in our past video. So hopefully the ice is pretty empty so that we have a bit more space to fall over on our butts because we are not pros. But yeah, we're going to catch the 12:15 opening. We get an hour there, so I'm hoping that it won't be like busy because it's also going to be lunchtime. We are meant to go for the 10 o'clock one, but we were a bit tired and may have slept in a little bit. Let's go. So we've got really lucky because the weather's actually really nice. It's a little bit chilly, but it's clear blue skies. Are you excited? Yeah. See you then. See you on the ice. So we're back from the ice rink and unfortunately we didn't have the fun that we were expecting, so we actually left it to the last minute to book this because it does cost £26 for Dawn-louise and I because she's charged as an adult now. So with it being winter and her being a half a heart warrior, we know that winter's a bit tricky, and today just goes to prove why we live the way that we do. So we literally booked the tickets to go as we were walking around there, and Dawn-louise was fine. She was excited, she was basically running there. And then we got there and we were the only ones there, and it was like really awkward. I was like, oh my god, are we going to have this whole place to ourselves? Because it's not like we're professional ice skaters or anything, which means that all the staff are just going to watch us fail. But 2 other groups did turn up, so there was about 10 of us on the ice, I reckon, and we got going round. Dawn-louise did fall over once, but for some reason she was a lot more timid about skating this year. If you go back and watch last year, we went with Sean's family and Bobby, and she actually got really good and really confident and was very far away from the rails, and it was really busy there as well. So I thought, you know, this is going to be perfect. She's going to have lots of room to really build up her confidence, but she was a lot more shy. However, the ice skating hour started at 12:15, and at 12:36 we were getting our boots to leave. So she lasted about 15 minutes, if that, on the ice. And I don't really know what's going on with her. She's obviously been fine all morning. Yesterday she did want to rest, so we did. We spent the whole day just letting her rest. She made a Vlogmas episode for her channel. I'm opening Pokemon cards, so it was all very, very chill. And then this morning she's been absolutely fine. Like, we waited till, like I said, the last minute to make sure that she was okay. And she just started to look really blue and pale and tired, and she said she felt a bit hot and she kept pulling at her clothing. So we went to Tesco's, grabbed a few bits of groceries that we needed because I don't know if we're going to be able to leave the house again now, and grabbed her some Calpol, and she came home, closed her curtains, they're blackout curtains, and has gone to sleep, which isn't like her. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye on her now and see how she gets on. And it's just really hard to know, especially this year, because with the recent news that her oxygen is sitting lower and it's going to continue to stay that way. I don't know if this is the effects of her lower oxygen or if it's winter, because winter's always been hard for her. We've got many ambulances during December's. She's missed out on a lot of things, and it just stings a little bit because obviously kids get sick, adults get sick, this stuff happens. But I spent the last 2 months, minus our trip to Scotland, saving up so that she could have the best December possible and that we could go out and do loads of stuff. So, you know, when you see these vlogs and you see us doing loads of days out, it's not because we're rich. You know, it's because we've sacrificed where we can to be able to do it. And we have annual passes to the dockyard, because there's quite a few museums included in that, so it's a good way to have something to do all the time without any extra money being spent. So that's all we've done really over the last couple of months is visits to the dockyard, so that I could save up everything for Christmas. And yeah, it really sucks because obviously the main thing is that she's as healthy as possible, but at the same time, after missing out on 2 years of doing things because of COVID, and all the times that we missed out on stuff because she gets sick during winter so easily, it just really sucks because I just want her to enjoy it, especially the things that are only here during Christmas. Now obviously we can go to like a normal ice rink, but the Christmas ice rinks are obviously only here for this period of time, and there aren't any other ice rinks near us, so it's not something that we can quite easily go and do. It would have to be like a bigger day out. So yeah, so she's currently tucked up in bed. I've made myself a Branston cheese sandwich and a cup of tea, and I'm just going to try and keep it down so that she can sleep, and get editing the Edinburgh vlogs because I haven't actually got around to editing them yet, and this is kind of why. Dawn-louise and I have kind of been trading off taking turns getting sick, it seems, since we got back from the cruise, so everything got really behind, and I really want to get these Vlogmas episodes up on time. This is the first year that I've not been able to do it the day after. Like, I normally post day 1 on the 2nd and so forth, but now it's the 5th or 6th, I think. I've forgotten already, and we haven't got any up yet, which really sucks. But yeah, it's really hard seeing Dawnnie sick because the schools still expect her to go in. You know, when a child's got a cold, it's not treated as a big deal, but for Dawn-louise, with the way that her body is built, it's such a struggle for her, and it also puts her at so much risk of not recovering from it. And the last thing that I want to do is have to take her into hospital over the Christmas period. Like, in past years, so Bobby and I have been together 3 years this March, and until then it had just been the 2 of us, just Dawn-louise and I. So when it came to Christmas, if we had to go into hospital and stay in hospital over the Christmas holiday, like actual Christmas day, at least we were still together, because that's what we would be doing at home, you know. And the hospitals are amazing when you're in over the festive period. I know quite a lot of heart families who have unfortunately had to spend Christmas in. So I don't doubt that we'd still be able to find some sort of enjoyment in those holidays. However, now, not only do we have Bobby in our lives, but he has an incredible family, and Dawn-louise is really close to them, especially one of his nieces. They're like joint at the hip besties at this point. And it's like, all Dawn-louise keeps saying is that she cannot wait to go and see Becca and spend Christmas with her. So like, it would suck if she got too sick to do that, because I can't emulate that at home or in hospital if she is too sick. So yeah, it just kind of sucks, because I just feel like no matter how hard we try, there's always something we're losing, and a lot of people don't understand that. And like, the schools, when she does need the time off, or you know, when we ask them to please let us know if there's illnesses going around, they never seem to grasp the gravity of the situation that we're in. And it's really hard when Dawnnie's poorly to be constantly harassed, but with like texts and calls from the like attendance people at the school, because I can't focus on phoning in to say that she's sick when I'm actively caring for her being unwell. You know, normally I'm sat watching her constantly. The only reason that I've left her is obviously she is asleep. So, you know, she needs time to rest, she needs some quiet, so I'm just going to stay in the lounge. Because this flat has very thin walls anyway, so if anything were to happen, I'm going to hear it pretty easily. But yeah, so unfortunately today's Vlogmas did not go as planned, and I don't know if the plans that we've got for the rest of the week will be able to go ahead. There were some videos that I was going to film while she was at school to put as Vlogmas, but if she's not well enough to go to school tomorrow, then obviously I'm not going to be able to do that. I know in the grand scheme of things none of this actually matters, but I don't know, this means a lot to me, you know. I realised lately that YouTube is kind of the only hobby that I've really been able to stick with. I've been doing this since 2017 now, and I still enjoy it. I still enjoy making the videos, I still enjoy being part of the community and meeting other creators, and I absolutely love when we get comments during our live streams. We can just chat along and get to know people, and connecting with other heart families and everything. And the editing process, one of the things that most people don't like that do this on a smaller scale is the editing. I know a lot of people personally that actually don't like the editing, whereas I love it and I can spend hours doing it, and I love it. And I'm always trying to add new things and try out new things. I'm very limited though, because I do everything on my phone, so obviously I'm only limited in what kind of technology I have available to me to be able to better the videos. But it's like, this is the one hobby that I've been able to keep at, that I haven't lost interest in it, I haven't got bored of it. Those mean the same thing. It's one thing that I just constantly see myself improving in, and it's something that I always really enjoy doing. Whereas a lot of the other hobbies that I have, either they end up costing too much money, or I just lose interest, or I don't have time, or I just can't focus on it. But when it comes to editing, all of that slips away, and I really do enjoy it. So I think that's why it's so important to me to get these videos up and everything. It's because I enjoy making them, and I enjoy getting to share our story and our adventures and getting to talk to people, and I really enjoy that. And I think that's why I put quite a bit of pressure on myself to do it at the right time and to try and make them better and better. And I never say, oh, I can't be bothered. You know, it's always, how can I make this better than the last one? And sometimes I'm not. There's been a couple of days where I haven't been able to vlog properly, so then the vlogs end up kind of experimental, but hopefully you still enjoy them anyway, because I still enjoy making them, even when it is a rather basic video in comparison to what we might make on other days. But yeah, anyway, my sandwich is getting cold, so you know, I've got to go. Oh, also, to add insult to the injury even, I wasn't going to wear this outfit today. I was going to wear a different one. I was going to wear the same jumper that I wore to Edinburgh because I loved it. I put it on and I felt all cute, and I felt all cozy, and I felt all Christmassy. So I was going to wear it today. Give me a second. And then my whole day, just as if it couldn't have started any worse, I realised that somehow that's completely ripped, and I have no idea how this happened. I didn't do it whilst I was wearing it, so I have honestly no idea how I've done this, and I'm so upset because I've only worn it once, and like, this was my little treat for myself because I don't really have a lot of winter clothes. So I was like, well, I need new clothes, so I treated myself, and I'm really upset now because it's ruined. And also, I don't think it washed very well because it's gone like, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's gone like super fuzzy, and the material just feels really weird now. So I don't know, and I read all the labels and everything, so I thought I washed it okay. So I don't know what I've done wrong, quite frankly. Yeah, I don't know. Also, I thought that a medium was an 8 to 10, and it's not. It's a size 12 apparently. So I actually thought it's a little bit big for me, and I probably did this one as well. But to be fair, I like you know, coziness in Christmas and winter. Yeah, see, I did do it right. I don't know. But anyway, I'm rather upset because I love this. I loved it. It feels really weird around here as well. There's like lumps in it now. I really don't know what I did wrong. But there's like, I can feel like, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like weird lumps in it. So yeah, I'm pretty sad about that. I don't know if I'll be able to wash it again and maybe somehow that will miraculously fix it. But I don't know, it's gone really weird and lumpy and extremely fluffy, and there's a hole in it now. So I'm pretty upset about that, to be honest. I need to learn knitting so I can fix it. Actually, speaking of hobbies, one of the hobbies that I actually got into and really liked was crocheting. But I was trying to crochet a blanket, and I'd get like 5 rows in and run out of wool. So it turns out that that's a rather expensive hobby. So given that I'm only a full-time carer, which means I get 60 quid a week. So yeah, I'm really not rich. That's not really enough. That's not really enough for me to have a hobby. Speaking of hobbies, Dawn-louise and I were talking on the ice, and we were like, why are we so bad this time? Because even I took a while to like warm up to it. At first I was like just sliding everywhere, I couldn't really figure it out. And then I managed to kind of find my comfort zone, I guess. So one of the things that we would like to do is take up ice skating lessons. But I don't know if that would be a possibility for Dawn-louise, because like, if she wanted, like, imagine she really got into it and she wanted to do like competitions. They wear dresses on the ice, like leotard dresses, and a kid with half a heart wearing a leotard on ice in the freezing cold does not sound like a good decision. but I do think it'd be really lovely, and I think it'd be a nice bonding experience for Dawn-louise and I as well, because Bobby's got his diving, Dawnnie's got her dance, I've got YouTube, but so we don't really have a hobby that all of us have. So I think that would be good. Although I'm not taking Bob, because Bob has perfection syndrome, in the sense that somehow whatever he tries for the first time, he does perfectly, and it annoys me so much. Right, I grew up with a younger brother, okay, we're 18 months apart, so we're close enough that there's a lot of competition, and I cannot tell you how much of my childhood was just us batting against each other to be the best at something. So having Bobby just naturally pick something up, whether it's archery or target shooting or the diving or anything, he's just amazing at everything, and it's one of the things that I love about him. But man, does it grind my gears, because I'm someone with anxiety, which means that if somebody has to watch me do something, I'm going to do it badly because I can't concentrate because of the anxiety in my brain. And I tell you what, just having anxiety is just one of the stupidest things to suffer with. And not because it's a stupid illness, but my anxiety and the way that my brain works is ridiculous, because my anxiety will literally tell me that people are looking at the way that my hands are moving when I'm walking down the road not holding something, and then all I can think about is people are looking at my arms because they're just dangling there uselessly, and it's just, no one cares, no one's paying that much attention. But yeah, I mean I was bullied for most of my life, so I think a lot of my social anxiety stems from that. So I got so used to being picked apart that my brain just automatically chooses, you're doing weird stuff, dangling your arms like that, who are you, you know? And I think that's just one of the ways that I've learned to cope with it, is just laughing at it, because sometimes it is just the silliest thing to struggle with, you know? In the grand scheme of things, the things that I get anxious about are just absolutely ridiculous. That's it. I don't know why I'm telling you this, I'm just rambling. This is actually what it's like if you know me in real life. If you know me in real life, I just never stop talking. So just be thankful. You can pause or end this video at any time. But yeah, anyway, I am going to go edit and eat a sandwich and a slightly chilled tea now. And hopefully Dawn-louise wakes up in a couple of hours and feels a bit better. But we will have to see. So I'll see you in a bit.